So this is a review of the book Nepomniachtchi Move by Move by Cyrus Lagdawala. I'm sorry, it's not my fault if Cyrus spent all his time writing chess books instead of having a life, because it seems I'm only reviewing his books. In any case, this book has a very interesting structure because, as always, there are about 60 games. But the last chapter of the book is about what would Nepo do. And here I can show you the structure of the book. Okay, last chapter is what would Nepo do. Why it's very interesting? Because for those like me that love to try to solve puzzles, this is definitely like 50 puzzles positions taken by Nepomniachtchi games, or as affectionately his fans call him, Nepo or Nepo, depending if I speak Russian or English. I will show you, as always, one game. This game is game 27, and it's against another legend. Kasparov was white against Nepo in St. Louis. It's a rapid game, 2017. So Kasparov is white. The structure of the book, as always, is based that the author stops the game in some position and asks a question. In this way, you should learn about chess. Before 96. In general, you will learn about chess getting these books, because if you watch the games and do a little of homework, you will eventually improve, because you need to ask yourself questions. C4, G6, Knight C3, D5. Kasparov himself plays the Grunfeld with black. Knight F3, Bishop G7, and here there is another book that I think I have review, that is called the Airy Attack by Simon Williams. I think, if I remember well, okay? H4. Oh no, not you too, Gary. I suppose this should be dubbed the Alpha Zero Grunfeld. Okay, I didn't know it was the Alpha Zero Grunfeld. C6. This is black main response now. Question: isn't the move passive? Answer: black switches to Schlechter Slav style with two ideas. One, to meet c4 d5 with c6 d5, thereby denying white the center, which is normally the birthright on the white side of the Grunfeld. Two, if white allows it, black may consider grabbing the c-pawn and propping it up with b7, b5. Okay, I wasn't aware of this development of the Grunfeld, so I hope you will enjoy it too. Bishop g5. Great players are not accustomed to being held accountable. Kasparov goes with the high-risk version. Instead, it seems that instead of this move, it was better c takes d5, and here it gives a line, okay? D take c4. Nepo is up for the challenge, and here it gives a line after knight e4. Please read the book, you will enjoy it. I cannot actually give you a line that is like 10 moves long, because one, I would surely lose count over the board. So I wish that authors of this book, since this is a review, okay? So I honestly have to tell you what I think as a chess player. So when I see these lines that are 10 moves long, I'm sorry, I need a diagram for analysis. Here there is no diagram. Why do I need a diagram for analysis? Because I want to try to visualize visualize this line, okay? This is one comment, one criticism that I can do to this book, but it's not to this book or this author. I make this criticism to everybody because you will see this thing over and over. And number two is the following. This is a book about Nepomniachtchi. Yes or no? Yes. So if I want to see the games, I want to see them from his perspective, right? That's why on this chessboard you are seeing the game from Nepo perspective, because you want to learn from him. That's why you bought the book, okay? Obviously, I bought the book, but I'm doing you a favor to watch the game from Nepo perspective, while I should watch the game from Nepo perspective. In any case, the point is we want to improve. Improvement comes through visualization. Visualization comes from tools like putting a little diagram and help me out. Come on, it's not a big deal, right? Okay, so we stop at D takes C4, and now white plays E4. Now the game resembles a weird kind of Geller gambit, with a shatter slab set up from black. And now black plays bishop e6, but it seems it's a novelty. And here it gives a line, the author gives a line, okay? A very interesting line, which was played by Nepo as white against Giri as black in a blitz game in 2014 in Beijing. Very interesting. E5, and here there is a diagram, okay? And a question. Why deliberately create a hole on 5? So why white played this move, creating a hole on the 5? Obviously pause the video, try to think it, and now I'll give you the answer. In order to get something of value, you must often give up something of value. For the hole conceded, white has gained 1. Even more space and enhanced attacking chances, with the e-pawn pushed to the 5th rank. 2. Black's fianchetto bishop hits a wall on e5. This is the wall. 3. By chasing black knight away from f6, white enables h4, h5. Once this is done, done. So there are some trading values. And we learn also now not only about trading pieces and material, we even learn from this book about trading squares, because he gave up a square to get another square. Okay? So this is very interesting. Knight d5, h5. The consistent continuation, bishop takes c4, would be a colossal oversight. Please try to pause the video and understand why this move is a big blunder. If you don't know, get the book or use an engine or ask another player. This is a good thing, no? You can have a sparring partner that is also a student of the game, interested in improving. So he played h5, knight d7. As you can see in the opening, these strong players, they prefer to develop. They don't really go for pawns. And of course, there is a reason. But again, it's a good idea to try to develop your pieces, okay? So now what do you think white plays? This is also a good question. It wasn't in the book, but I ask you please stop the video, pause the video, and try to guess why. Okay? What the white plays? h6, very good move. Why it's a good move? Because it drives black bishop back. Bishop f8. Knight e4, f6. Black must fight back in the center or else face slow asphyxiation. So it seems that the opening phase of a game is a good an advantage for white. Okay, white has more space. White has kicked back some of the black pieces. But it seems to be going well for white. So what did it happen to make white lose? Hmm? Bishop d2, b5, a4, bishop f5, knight d3, e6, and knight takes a5. Here it says Kasparov picks up the bishop pair and enhances control over the light squares at the cost of improving black structures. He takes f5. This is a very interesting move. He didn't play g takes f5 like they generally teach us, right? They say, oh, take two with the center. No. e2, e takes f5. So sometimes you must ask yourself also silly question like this. Why did he play that move? Again, you need to be active when watching the games. If you are not active, you will not play. A takes b5, c takes b5. And I'll continue with bishop e2 and bishop e7. If black wants to push his a pawn two squares, then this was the moment to do so, it seems. Okay, so I should have played a5 instead of bishop e7. Okay. Castle. And now a5 is not good anymore. So imagine this. This is really fun, right? You have this position, right? If I remember it well. White just played bishop e2. In this moment, to play a5 was a good move, the right move to play. Instead, black plays this, bishop e7. After this, a5 is not good anymore. Can you imagine how difficult chess can be? Just one move later, the same identical move is not good anymore. Why? Well, it seems that it was better to play a6 for one, but here it says one thing. After a5, it says combination at left. Nepomniachtchi overlooked something on his last move. How should white continue? And this is a great thing. You see, now you have a real exercise. You pause the video. You try to find white's best move. You find it, great, you have improved. You don't find it, at least you learn why you didn't find it. What was the reason that you didn't find that move? The answer is step 1, annihilation of defensive barrier. With what? b3. Boom. So again, we are in 2017. We see that Kasparov is still a very good player, right? White temporarily sacrifices a piece to destroy black queenside structure. Which piece? Which piece is he sacrificing? c3. Not now. You must understand why this move is a blunder. Here there is a line. I will not show it to you, but it seems at the end of the line, black can resign if he plays this. So clearly not the right move. And c3 is the right move. Bishop takes b5. Wow, what a move! What a move! That's great. That's amazing. So the step 2 is called Zwischenzug. Sorry for my Chapman, not very good. C takes d2 and e6. Step 3. Pin piece. White regains the knight with a huge advantage, while black's position is freighted with defensive responsibility. Okay. Castle. And now, once more, as you can see, this is a good exercise. Pause the video. Try to find the next move for white. So the correct move was bishop take d7, and here it gives a line to show why white ends up with a very good advantage. But unfortunately, Kasparov made a mistake. He played e takes d7. And now, what would you play if you were black? This is not asked in the book, but I want to try to make this review a real exercise. Otherwise, we are wasting time, and I don't like to waste time because I don't really care to sell books. What I care is to learn chess and to help other chess players that are serious about their chess improvement to improve. Okay, so the right move is knight c3 with this wonderful fork. But in the book it's called a double attack removal of a guard. Bishop c4, king h8, queen takes d2, and knight e4. Now white plays queen 3. Probably the engine found that queen d3 was better. Okay? Check the book, understand why. Try. And this is why black was able to get rid of that dangerous pawn. Because you see, if you use as a blocker a queen to block a pawn, you are wasting like 9 points, right? So it's kind of very important to change the blocker. Okay, so queen takes d7, knight d2, knight takes d2, queen takes d2, and bishop b4. And now queen d3. Here it says the game looks headed for a likely draw due to the opposite color bishops. Notice that opposite color bishops often are not draws, so you must be really careful. It depends on the pawn structure and the possibilities. Queen d6, rook a2, rook a, e8, grabbing the central file. Rook e2, not a good move. Since the best one was rook d1, and it will tell you why in the book. So rook e2. And now this is very interesting because black plays queen f4, but in the book it shows that if you play rook takes e2, there is a very long line, like 11 moves, and black is unable to convert the extra pawn. So this is something to watch. Again, I wish the author would have put a diagram here because we could have tried to visualize this entire line. Okay, it's 11 moves, it's a lot. I don't think it was calculated in the game. Okay, generally in chess games you calculate 4 or 5 moves in advance. 11 seems a little too much, but I don't know. Obviously, I don't know how strong Nepo is. Now, g3 is a dubious move. It seems it was better to take on e8. Okay? So you see now the position is slightly deteriorating for white. By the way, there is a diagram after queen f4, but unfortunately there is not a diagram before queen f4. Queen takes h6, king g2, f4, and now also black gives a better favor with another dubious move. Better was to play rook takes e2, and here there is about a line of 4 moves, 4 or 5 moves to justify why. Okay? Rook h1 seems it's not a good move, it's a mistake. And here it says the fourth real mistake, once more, it was the best move was rook takes e8, which makes me think all these moves, rook takes e8, that is proposed already 2 or 3 times in the text, is an engine generated move because they know why a move is good and why not, and why it must be played in that moment. So you can see it also when you analyze your own games, that sometimes you continue to propose a certain move because it's the one which saved the day. Okay, so I played rook h1, queen d5, rook takes e8. Now, at this moment, rook takes e8 is a dubious move. It's not a good move at all. Can you imagine? That's absolutely ridiculous, right? I continue to tell you for 2-3 moves, oh, you have to play rook takes e8, which is good. Now it's not good anymore. What should have white played in this moment? Well, the best move was rook e6, and that would have given him a chance to hold the game. Okay? So rook takes e8, rook takes e8. If your opponent is intent on suicide, then be helpful and assist him. And now there is a blunder. He played bishop f7, and it's a blunder. It would be interesting to know what white should have played in this thing. Okay, but after bishop e7, f7, please, how should black respond? You need to pause the video and find the right move for black. The right move is incredible, okay? It's rook e3. In a single crushing move, white's position is disgorged of dust squares. F takes e3. And here there is a long comment, maybe you're not interested. Queen takes g3. King f1. And now there is the final blow. The final blow is f8. White is unable to cover the dual matching threats on g2 and e1. While rook takes h7, king takes h7, queen takes g6, queen takes g6, bishop takes g6, is just winning for black, because after queen takes g6. Okay, so try to visualize this line. Here the author gave up to move 52, a line to show that that black wins, so clearly it covers that. I hope you enjoyed the game. This was Nepo move by move. A very interesting book because maybe Nepo will be a challenger again for the next world champion since he likes to be a challenger. Good luck with your chess journey.